Hey fans, welcome to Primo Reef Acrylics. Today we have an update on a sump. Now this sump here is actually going to Florida. So I'm going to call it the Florida Gators Sump. We have the color combinations of the orange and the blue, so that's perfectly done. This stand here, this sump and stand is a full combo that the client purchased. They have a tank that's 48 inches by 12 inches by I believe 24 inches or 20 inches high. So they wanted to accommodate sump filtration unit for that system. They didn't want to go too wide, so they contacted me saying, you know what, build me a stand and build me a sump, and here we go. So the bars obviously at the top, we have two crossbars to take the loads on the center. For that type of tank, you really probably don't need those two bars. One would be sufficient, but again, overkilling it is never an issue. So these profiles are 1.75 by 1.75 thickness is what you see on the profile there. The stand's 48 by 12.5 by I believe 31.5. And the sump right here is 44 inches by 9 inches by 17 inches high. So starting from the left hand side, skimmer chamber, we have a gigantic refugium and then a return section. Along with that, I made these custom holders. So this one here is a tube holder. You just kind of unscrew and screw as you go along. Nylon screws so they'll never rust. And obviously that kind of dropped down. But and then on this side we have the Apex probe holders. So we have different types. The bigger one slot to the left, to the right hand side. That's for I believe the temperature gauge, because I know the temperature gauge is always thicker than the rest of the holes. So the water flow pretty much happens. Goes up, down the baffle, and then into this chamber here. So this refugium chamber is actually a little different from what I did before. I put these custom grooves in there. So the grooves have two different sizes. We have thinner ones, and then we have a little bit thicker ones. So the thicker ones to accommodate up to about 1,500 or 1,800 gallons per hour flow if you ever need it. And if not, the thinner ones there are for obviously different flows through the refugium. So Chaeto morphology has a nice tumble, or even if you don't want to tumble, you have different types of flows from different areas, and not just a constant overflow, falls over, and then goes down again. So this method here allows the water flow in the refugium at different levels from top to bottom of the baffle. So going over and into, we have here a return pump. And after the return pump, I've incorporated a small, I forget exactly how many gallons that is, but it's no more than 2 to 3 gallons. So this is a full 8 auto top-off container that's built into the sump, and that's my lovely shark logo. But yeah, that's about it. It's the new Florida Gators Sump, guys. It's really awesome, pretty cool. This is how it looks from this side here. And you can see there's an acrylic sheet at the bottom. And what the acrylic sheet does is allows equal distribution of the sump. So end of the day, there's no unequal pressure from the water volume in the sump causing it to warp or damage. Because what you see at the top, the 4 crossbars, is the same concept that I have at the bottom. So what the acrylic sheet sits on is, the acrylic sheets are sitting on this post there. So that keeps everything within internal dimensions from the bars, and allows anybody to actually construct cabinets out of wood, mahogany, whatever type of cabinets you want, or even acrylic with go to your local hardware store, pick up those cabinet magnets, and you can actually bolt them onto the sides or the top. You can do top, bottom, however you want, dependent on the magnet size and how strong it is. And you can have clip-on cabinets that just clip on and clip off. So imagine if you have a cabinet door that's 48 inches left to right, that when it comes down to servicing time, you just kind of pop it off, and you have an entire unit that's an open concept for you to service the sump, and you're not stuck behind 18-inch doors trying to creep your hands or body or neck inside of it. So this is much better concept. Again, cabinets can be made top and bottom. I still have to install the leveling feet for this client. So the leveling feet I'll have to drill a hole on the bottom of this unit, but drill a hole there, and it kind of self-taps into this bar here, so you can actually adjust it and how you want the level to be. But overall, hope you guys do like it. I do like this sump. It's a nice Florida Gators concept here, so all you Florida Gator fans, reach me out, or again, if you guys have any questions, you can post them below. Please subscribe to my channel. There'll be a lot new builds coming through your way in the next couple months. And I gotta show you a video of my tank actually, because that's up and running now. So the trailer has been done, but overall you'll see in the next video. For some quotations or aluminum stands or custom aquariums, guys, log on to my website. That's www.primoreefacrylics.com. Go to quotations and fill out the required forms of your requested needs. And that's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful day, everybody.